Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
Here we are, chokes and neck cranks. I'm going to show you first how to slide in a choke. Very important, all right? Let's do this first. There are two chokes. One crushing the windpipe choke, and you have one that you bring your opponent to sleep. That one I prefer because you don't really harm him. He just falls asleep. If you put him on his side, he will wake up later on and nothing is really damaged. With the crushing the windpipe, you're really going to hurt him. I actually thought in the beginning that I could hold that choke, and that resulted in, I think, eating liquid food for about 4 days after one training session. That was my first training session ever, and they choked the hell out of me, and they did the windpipe crush, sorry, and I couldn't eat for 4 days. So if you like your opponent or your training partner and you don't want him to do it back, don't do that one. I'm going to show you first. Always slide in a choke. Never go just around him and take this, because nobody is going to sit here, wait for you to get you to choke like that. Most of the time they have their jaw, they're covered, the neck is up, the shoulders are up. It's difficult to choke somebody, so you have to slide it in. You have your hand like this, make it like a knife. It's got to be sharp because you have to slide it in. You start here, you press against his neck, and you go all around till you're here. This is the blood choke, by the way. I'm going to grab the biceps, and now I'm going to push the back of his head. First of all, makes it all way more tighter. Second of all, you cannot headbutt me, which only is going to make me more angry, and then I'm really going to choke him out. But still, it makes it more compact and tighter. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to squeeze my arm together like this, and I'm going to pull my shoulders backwards. This is the thing that a lot of people don't do. Pull your shoulders backwards. So you're here, I have the choke, and now I choke, and I pull my shoulders backwards. That's the choke, the blood choke. To crush the windpipe choke, you slide in exactly the same. You slide it in, only now you're going to stop here. You see, it already happens. Grab your hands together, and what you're doing now, again, is don't pull all the way. The only thing you have to do is keep these two hands here at the same spot, and now I'm going to pull my right shoulder backwards, and then he taps. Now, the cross face. This is very important, because if you do this wrong, it's not going to work. Listen, this is his cheekbone, and here you got his jaw. In between, you got to cross face it. Needless to say, you have to slide it in, just like any other choke. If you don't slide it in, you're doing it wrong. There's only one right way, and that is sliding it in. I'm going to repeat this many times in this chapter, because a lot of people forget it. They always do it wrong. Another part, you don't do it with this big part of your wrist, because obviously that's bigger than this part is. You need to be in between here. This you will simply push off. There will be no grip. But if I slide it in and I go with my wrist, and it's actually going to hurt him, so I'm not going to do it too hard, and I'm really going to hold it tight, he cannot move his head anymore. He cannot move it upwards and backwards. There's no way. I locked his jaw in between his jaw and the cheekbone. Okay, so slide it in. Very important. Slide it in and keep it to your chest as tight as possible. The first choke I'm going to show you is the guillotine choke. And why do I show you this? Because it was the first choke that I knew. And I knew it very well. So when I went to Pancras, I choked many people, many opponents out with this choke. All right, here we go. We can do this from many positions. We're going to show you, I'm going to show it to you from this position right now. But later on, I'm going to show you from different positions. When somebody rushes in, you're going to go for a choke. But first things first, hand, again, we're going to slide it in. We press it against the side of his neck, and we're going to slide it under his jaw. This is very important. You have to slide it in and keep contact with his neck. Now grab your hands together and keep everything as tight as you can. For him, escape would be to go to the side. We go over that a little bit later. But first things first, I'm going to finish him off by putting him in my guard. 1, 2, this. Hook it. And now I'm going to pull with the sharp piece of my wrist. I'm going to pull it upwards, and that is the choke. Simple guillotine choke.
Fight! Ja, pak hem zo. Ja, de corner, James. Let's go.
The defense for this choke is to not get caught, of course, and go to the side right away. Don't let him put the guard around you, okay? So keep control over his legs and go to the opposite side. If your head is going to be here, your legs are going to move to that side, and of course the other way around. If my head is going to be on this side, I'm going to move my legs to that side. I simply control his legs so he cannot put the guard on me, and then I go to the side. Watch. He's got me in the side choke, and he's trying to put the guard. I'm simply pushing to the side, and now I'm laying here. Now watch. I'm still having a lot of pressure on my throat. See? He can still maybe finish me. But I'm going to turn my face like this. Now he can pull whatever he wants to pull. And see, I can even keep talking. Although it's a little bit different, the speech, but I can keep talking, and most certainly I can keep breathing. So I dig my jaw into his rib cage. There's my first defense. And now I want to break the guard or his hands. Why? Because I don't want to stay here. Push his face to this side, and now the harder he's going to hold me, and I'm going to push myself up, the more power he will receive on his neck. You're neck cranking him. So if he keeps holding you tight, he's neck cranking himself. Simply push yourself upwards. He has to let go. All right, but sometimes you cannot stop him. Maybe he's really fast, and he is going to get you in the guard, all right? So let's go for that situation right now. He jumps me, and he jumps right away, and you think, uh-oh, this is bad, because normally this would be a finish. It's not. If you know what to do, you can get out. First of all, you have to do this. I'm going to turn him so you see this. Stick one arm in here and push it outside. That's the first thing you're going to do. Then, on top of that, you're going to, again, twist your head to the side. You're going to dig your jaw into his rib cage here. You see now the pressure is not on your throat anymore, like that, but it's going to be on the side. Trust me, he can pull whatever he wants to pull. It's going to be on the side. And of course, you don't want to stay here, and you want to get out. And if you want to get out, you have to let his head go, but make sure that your face stays like this. Otherwise, he's going to readjust. And watch what I'm doing with this side here. I'm putting my knee here, so he cannot twist to the side. My knee is from here to here. Now I'm going to let go and cross face again, and I pull myself out. Another escape from him, at least an escape attempt, but now I'm going to counterattack it. I'm going to make it into a different choke. Watch. I got him in the guillotine, but now he sticks his arm in right away. Okay, that's not that bad. Push his arm to the side, here, all the way to this side. Grab your own biceps, put your hand on his back. That is, if it's possible, because some people are bigger, and then maybe you cannot do it. But if you can, hold it here, and now just squeeze everything together, and he will tap. And another choke we can do here. If his head is straight here, which would be very stupid of him to do, but hey, it's always possible. They rush in, and you take the opportunity while it's there, okay? So right away you go there. Nobody gives you a submission. You got to go for yourself. It's all about reflexes, so you have to train a lot. Normal. Okay, this time, you're going to press with your belly, you're going to press his head down, and you simply go under here with your hands, again, they're slid in like this. It makes it really tight. And you slide underneath his jaw, like that. And now I'm going to press with my belly forward, and that's also a choke. You have to do it fast, though, because he can jump to the side, and again, then he might escape. So just go really fast, press your belly forward, and let him tap. The escape for this move would be to stand up, be higher than him, and then twist your head to the side right away, and go again to the side. Later on, I show you what you can do more. You can actually pick him up and slam him down like a rampage style. Okay, but first of all, let's show this. He's got me in a choke, in front, and he's pulling it. It's on right now. Stand up and move to the side. That's it. Stand up and move to the side. The choke's here. At the moment I stand up, I already release the pressure, and then when I move my head to the side, the choke is going to be on the side of my neck, which is only a little bit painful, but it's not going to do anything. And then, when I do this, he's got it, and I go to the side. The only thing I have to go is to this side. Now, there's nothing he can do, and I actually, if I want, I can do a few funny things with him. I can actually pick him up from here, maybe I can go even this, lift him up, and slam him down. This time we are going for a neck crank, and now we have to cross face him. So again, slide it in, otherwise it won't work. And as always, it's the situation you're in. You got to do this fast, because of course otherwise he can escape. So I would suggest with all these kind of chokes, make him fast, let him tap fast, because otherwise you can't escape the situation. I will show you right away after this how to escape this one. Okay? We're sitting here in front. Now I'm sliding in a cross face from here to here. So I'm going to have him exactly like that. And you see my wrist is in between his jaw and his cheekbone. So it's tight. I'm going to grab his triceps and I'm going to grab my own wrist. And now I'm going to push my chest forward, and now I'm going to lift him up and break his neck. Very dangerous. If you do it fast, he will break his neck. Also, if you think, oh, this is not going to go right, you can slam his hand down here, one, and go for the choke now. And now you choke him. That's the thing that you can do too. The escape is to get the pressure off your neck. And how do you do that? Very easy. Just get up higher than he is. So you stand up. You have to stand up. So if he gets the choke, or the neck crank, see, he's neck cranking me right now. He's grabbing everything together. It hurts. Stand up. Make sure that he is not going to stand up now too, because then you're going to be in trouble again. So what you need to do is to get out real fast, and the way of that is to go with the neck crank. Don't go against it, of course, and then slip out here and get out. We do one more time so you can see how it goes when it goes fast. Well, what I do is this. I get neck crank to this side, and my head gets pushed down, so I cannot go this way. It's normal, you understand. I have to go this way to get out, so I have to rotate my body and pull it out. Corkscrew myself out. He's got it. Up to the side. I'm going to start up. I'm going to get out. I move my head like that, and I'm going to slip out. All these chokes and that neck crank that we just did, you can also do, of course, from a standing position. This is pretty much where it always happens, not from on the knees. It's always happening when somebody rushes in and tries to take you down. Best thing, once you get the guillotine, jump backwards and get him in your guard so he can't escape. That is if you feel that it's underneath his jaw. Because if you feel that you're going to lose the situation, the choke, the guillotine choke, then I wouldn't jump in the guard, okay? So first be very sure that it's underneath, you got it tight, and then you jump back. So when he rushes in and you feel it's tight, that's the moment for you right away to go for this guillotine, and then you pull. All right? The defense for this guillotine choke, I learned the hard way. The first time that I trained with Marco Huas, Marco shot in on me, I got him in the guillotine, and then I thought, I got you. And then 2 seconds later, I was laying on my back. He lifted me up, and he really slammed me down, like Rampage. So I always say Rampage style, because that's just a guy who can slam people really, really hard, all right? This is what he did. I shot him, so this was Marco, and I thought now I have him, being me right now. Marco bent his legs, went underneath, in between his legs, lifted me up, and he slammed me down. Now I let him slowly down, but normally, of course, you can slam him down. Again, remember to twist your head, very important, so the pressure is off, and now cross-facing to the center, and pull yourself out. He's on all fours. We have to stretch him out. I'm going to show you the way to stretch him out, and from there, I'm going to show you a few different chokes, okay? And different neck cranks. But first, stretch him out. I'm going to go here and grab his wrists. Keep it tight, and now I'm going to push him forward. If I push him forward and I keep his wrists on the floor, his wrists are going to end up under his chest like this. 1, 2. You see? They're here. This is exactly what you want. If you go real fast now, you can slide under, go for a choke, and finish it off. Major importance is that you keep your feet crossed here behind. Let's turn to the side. And look at my feet. They're crossed. I have to do that, cross them, because then he can't get out. If I do this, you can put one foot in between and you can get up in his knees again. Go back on your knees. Sit up. Just sit up. Or even turn to me. So make sure your feet are crossed. Okay, we're in this position. We already stretched him out. Now he's smart. He's got his jaw on his chest. He knows I'm going to choke him. He's going to defend already, all right? So, but I still have his hands here. Once I'm going to let his hands go, he will defend with his hands. He's going to bring him to his jaw. It's going to be very difficult. So you got to go fast, hopefully faster than him. So you visualize yourself doing the whole situation again, which is, with my left hand, I'm going to go out and slam his forehead open, and the right goes right away under, and then I'm going to choke him. Then we're going to do fast. Okay, so we're laying here, we're visualizing, clap, 1, 2, and we got him. That's another one, okay? Now we defense with his hands. I'm sorry, as you can see, we are working very hard, and we're sweating very hard, defending your neck. Put your hands here. Okay, he's defending the choke now. Now it's going to be more difficult. Now we really need to slide in. Like I said before, really need to go from here. Otherwise it's not going to work. And we have to bring his head up. Now there are a few tricks to do it. We can pull his hair, but let's say the guy is bald and we don't like to pull the hair. So let's not go for that one. Another good one is bring the finger under his nose here, or your whole hand actually, see, and that will bring it up too. Finger or the whole hand under his nose and force it up. And there's another really nice one. I like this one. It's a neck crank. I'm cross-facing him and then I neck crank it up. If I do the cross-face really powerful, in between the cheekbone again and the jaw, and then slide in, I can crank his jaw up, and then with my other hand I'm going to slide under. I can cross-face him like this, see, and I bring it up, and I will slide under, and I go for a choke. Now, and from this position, the last thing that we can do is another neck crank, neck pull, very effective. Watch this. You have to do it real fast, because now I have to let my feet go. Once I'm going to let my feet go under his feet here, because I stretched him out, he's going to sit up or he's going to turn into me. So I got to move fast. He cannot know what I'm going to do right now. First of all, we're going to cross-face it to the side, here. If I cross-face it to that side, I'm going to let my legs go, and I'm going to jump with my legs to this side. 1, and now I'm going to go here, 2. Now, once you're here, you see there's nothing underneath here. I'm leaning on his chest. If I lay too low, it's not going to work. If I lay too high, it's not going to work. You have to lay here with your weight, the center of his chest. 1, the cross face here. And now I'm going to pull here. I'm twisting and I'm pulling backwards. It's a double motion. Again, it's twisting and pulling backwards. So sitting here, twisting and pulling. Watch out in training with this one, because it's very dangerous for the neck. Turtle position again. Okay, cross face first, and we're going to grab him here by the triceps. This is important, because we're going to keep controlling him with this. I want to turn him, so I'm grabbing also his foot. Okay, now I've got to force him forward like this, and keep pulling, as you can see, this triceps here, this arm. I keep pulling, because I want him totally on, totally on his back. Once he's on his back, I do this. Watch. I put my knee here. Now I go around his neck, and there we have that same choke again. Grab the bicep, and now squeeze down. The next one, same thing. We're going to roll him, but now I'm not going to start with the cross face. I'm going to go underneath here. But that is going to feel strange for him. So you got to go fast now. You know something's going to go up. I also want to unlock this shoulder already a little bit up with my neck here. Now, with that everything already in my mind, I also have to grab this leg because otherwise, once I start turning him, he's simply going to put out his leg and I can't turn him, so nothing happens. So I got to make sure that I can turn him. So everything I have to do in one motion. So sitting here, I'm grabbing this foot, go to the side, and I catch already a little bit here. Throw there, keep the pressure on here, keep pushing to the side. From here we go, and now we're going to grab the biceps, and we have a side choke. Okay, again, it's all a surprise move. You have to react fast, okay? Otherwise it won't work. And if it doesn't work, well, you go to a different position, a different submission, whatever you do, keep moving and keep your control, all right? Here we are, we grab, hook to the side, oh, see? Now I simply have to move all the way around, but I do have the side choke. All right, he's on all fours. If I would start digging right away here, he's going to defend. He's going to know that I'm going to go for a choke. So I'm going to move a little bit to the front, to here. And I'm pressing his head down with my belly, and I put my hand just next to his head, here. I don't go under his jaw yet. Later on, I will do it when I move all around him. I'm holding his hip because I'm going to pull with this hand, I'm going to pull myself on him. And then while I'm pulling myself on him, the choke is going to slide underneath his jaw. Watch. I'm sitting here, pushing, and look at this hand, waiting, whoop, and there we go, for the choke, finish it off. And here we are, another one. First of all, I'm going to neck crank him, okay? And I do it like this. Very easy. There's nothing that he can do. His only escape would be looking up, but that would be very stupid because then I go underneath and I can go for a choke. Okay, so he probably won't do that. But now I gotta react fast. I gotta make, again, like I say, every time the cross face, because it's cross face here, very tight, and with this bone, he cannot escape. I gotta keep his head against my chest. There can be no space in between. I have to keep it real tight, otherwise he will escape. I'm gonna do it first slow, and then a little bit faster. This one, I'm not gonna do full speed because it's quite dangerous, okay? First, think first, neck crank. From here, grab the hand, and now I'm going to create space. I'm going to go backwards a little bit. I'm going to throw him on his back, and I'm going to lean forward. Look from this side. I have space here in the back. I'm going to crank him forward, and I'll cross-face him to this side, and now I'm going to push my chest forward like that. As long as you keep his head against your chest, everything's going to be good. If you leave a little space, he's going to miss it. One more time. I do it a little faster. And it's a real good move, trust me. In training, I tap many people with this. Cross face, and from here you go one, and you got it already. See it? Right. Here's an all fours again. We got to create a little opening here because his hand is here, see? And he doesn't let me in. What I'm going to do is this. I'm going to push this one to the side, again like I did before. I'm going to step in now, and I'm going to grab this arm. I keep it tight, and now I'm simply going to crank him to this side. He can't roll out because I caught his arm. Here we go. First one from the side mount. It's going to be a side choke from the side mount. Okay. Now, first of all, I would like to bring this arm over to this side. How I can do that is laying like this, pushing the arm to the side, but keep holding the shoulder, because if I do this only, he might roll out that way, and he's going to escape. I don't want him to escape, okay? So once I twist, and I'm going to push this arm over to this side. I'm going to lean on it with my chest, okay? Make it tight, and grab his wrist. Now from this position, I'm going to open up here, and I'm going to kind of neck crank him, and there's a little space here. And that space I'm going to use to slide my arm in, put my arms around, and I'm going to reposition him so that you guys can see it from this side. I'm going in, I'm grabbing my biceps, and from here, I grab his head, and I do this. I push his head to the side, and I'm going to squeeze everything together. I'm going to push this arm in this artery, and my biceps is going to cut off this artery. So he's going to get choked out. 1, 2. Now flat on my body, and squeeze everything together like that, and that's the choke.
Keep going, Buzz. Flip him over. Sit, Buzz. Flip him. That's it, Buzz. Squeeze. Squeeze, Buzz. Squeeze. Squeeze.
Give up.
Squeeze, squeeze. Going, Buzz. Going, yeah.
Give up. Give up. Give up.
Hard, Buzz.
Is that it? Give up. Stand up. Lift it up.
勝者バスル10
Another side choke. I'm in the side mount and he's pushing on my throat. This is exactly what I want to have. Push the arm to the side and catch it. Catch it even better like this with the jaw, okay? Jump over to the other side, grab your biceps and squeeze everything together. Belly taps. I'm going to show you a few defenses for a side choke, okay? First of all, I got to give this one to Alex Stiebling, the credit for this one, because he was fighting Alan Goes, which is a very good submission artist, and he couldn't finish him, and he simply was answering the phone. That's what they call it. He was doing this. Watch this. That was his defense. Just simple answering the phone. But when I came home, I thought there has to be something I can do now, of course. So I figured, hey, wait a minute, his hand is here. Why not grab this wrist, push him forward, and make a wrist lock? That was already an option to do. And another option was this. Pull his arm out, and now pull it to this side. Okay, so pull it out, and pull it to this side. An arm bar to the side. You have to be strong for that, and you have to pressure hard, very hard with your head to the right, and pull with your arm to the left. A little note for a side choke that I want to show you. If you want to make it really tight and so that he cannot escape and pull his arm out like this, look at him and lock this arm up with your own jaw. Again, you need pressure and power, and your neck needs to be strong, but do this and look at him like this, and now finish him. Okay? If I do this, he cannot pull his arm out. So that is very important. Now, I'm caught in the side choke. Best escape, like I said, if he doesn't have a jaw here, and he can pull it out, but right away, what I would do is right away this. Right away, move your arm out of there, because otherwise you're going to get choked. So you know you got a choke in your throat, simply turn to him, and there's nothing anymore. Okay? So that would be the first thing. But if he's very strong and he's pressing really hard, I can do this, whoa, a little slower. I'm almost passing out already. I bring my leg up, and I grab my feet together, and I do this. I'm waking it up. You see, I create an opening. And now from this opening, suddenly I'm going to let go, and I'm going to pass. So that's another way to escape. Then we have, of course, like we said, answering the phone. You get the choke, answer the phone, and push to the side. That's a good way, and even better if you support it with his arm. Okay? And then twist a little bit to him. So now you feel, you can see there's a lot of pressure. The veins probably popping up in my face right now. I want those veins to get away. Push here and turn a little bit to him. There's nothing you need to do right now. We can pressure and whatever you want. You see, I can even start and keep talking. All right? That was another one. Another one from the side mount position. Now, not everybody is going to give you something. You have to work for it, okay? So wait for the right moment, and then out of nowhere, you're going to push this arm up. Why? We're going to need some space here. This is where I'm going to put this hand, okay? So if he's laying like this, we're sitting, we're moving around, so we push, and it's here. Keep this very tight. Also, keep this hand here. Everything, keep him tight to you, so he can't do anything. He can't roll out. Now, normally, you can already let him tap, if you're going to be fast, that is, grabbing the top of his head and pull it here, like this. He will tap. But if you want to make it a little bit more tight, you're going to have to bring your foot over to this side. This is how I'm going to do that. I'm moving him a little bit like this, so you can see how I get out. I never stand up high. I told you many times before, keep everything very compact, okay? So I twist my body a little bit to the side. Watch. I'm going to step off, and I make it real tight. And now, together with my knee pressing, my arm stretching, and my right hand, if I do everything together, I pull he's going to tap. The escape for this particular move. First of all, I got to keep everything very tight because if I'm just sitting here, he's going to push this off and he's out, okay? So I got to keep him very tight to me, like this, 1, 2. But still now, because we're slippery, he can still manage, if he explodes, to get out. Okay, my answer for that is just go right away for that neck crank. Do everything in the blink of an eye, neck crank him right away because then he can't get out. Watch. I'm sitting here, pushing it up, and right away go for the neck crank. Don't give him a second. Don't go 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Sit here, push it up, neck crank right away, pull it. That's it. Then there's no escape. The last thing I want to say about this move is I showed you to do this. 1, 2, 3, remove, make it tighter, and do this. Okay, I would suggest you to do that if you're wearing a gi, because then this is very compact, it's very difficult for him to slip out. I will do the other crank without the foot if you're fighting without a gi, because it's way faster and then he can't escape. Same move, but now his arm is here and not here. So we have his side mount and we're here. Officially, he could escape right away, but that's escapes and reversals. That's that chapter, not this one. Okay, so we got to move fast now. First of all, bring the arm up again, put your hand here, move to the side right away, put your foot here, and now neck crank him to this side. And watch, what I also can do is neck crank him and lean forward. So what I'm doing is twisting and leaning forward. There are two things. One, and then the push forward. Again, this move, you got to go fast. I'm sorry, but I don't want to do it fast. This move, I don't want to show you on real speed because something might happen. This is just a move that's really dangerous. All right, one more time, slow motion then. His arm is here now. You sit, keep him tight, push up, 1. Now you got to move fast. I will make the move fast, but not the crank. Here, whoop, and now you got him. That's it. Crank and push forward. That's it. The escape. Well, the escape is get out of there as fast as you can. But, like I said, in every submission, he doesn't know what I'm going to do. So if I do it real fast, I might catch him. But if he's real fast and real smart and he feels the neck crank coming right away, hey, his arm is here. He can get out the back door as fast as he can. Look, I'm laying here and I do this. Right now, he can get out of there. And he's going to try to turn, maybe kick me away, or maybe even stand up. Whatever he does, he's going to escape. Another one from the side mount. We had this with arm bars too. Control him like this. We're going to bring in here the arm, grab the triceps, and lean on his chest. Now I'm going to knee him in the head. What is he going to do? Yes, that's right. From this angle, he's going to defend, So he's going to forget about an attack that I'm going to make right now. So I'm going to block, knee him, and from here, I'm suddenly going to slide underneath here. I'm going to grab, you see where I am? All the way here, I slid it in. I'm going to grab it with my other hand, jump over him, underhook, and now I'm going to explode up and pull. The defense for this move is that he has to react at the moment he feels that I'm sliding in a choke. But I'm kneeing his head, so I'm distracting him. So he's probably going to feel that too late. But if he has got really good reflexes, he might stick his knee in and then push himself away. That will be the escape. Check it out. I have him here. I knee him. He doesn't know anything right now. But now suddenly he feels the slide. He moves. And now he can push himself away and I cannot hold him. That will be the escape for him. But if you do it in a blink of an eye, again, like I said before, make it fast, rehearse it, train it, then probably you're going to finish him with the move. Neck crank. We have him from this side. We're pulling him up. We have been in this position before. Grab the triceps, lean on the chest. But now I'm close to him. I'm not really leaning on him. No, I'm very close to him because I don't want him to turn to me. So I'm locking this shoulder up by being very close to him. And now I'm going to push his face to the side, and I'm going to lift his shoulder up. Because I lift his shoulder up, you see, his face has to go this way, and he's going to be neck cranked, okay? But keep this arm here. So you neck crank him like this. Because if you're going to push like this, maybe he pushes your arm off. He's going to use this arm. So keep this here, keep the arm locked, lift his shoulder up, and now simply push everything down till it taps. Okay, the defense. First of all, make it real tight and fast. Let him tap fast. Don't give him the time to react and to escape, okay? But let's go over it. First of all, I make everything really tight and I'm squeezing. And watch, my thin part of the wrist is in between his cheekbone and the jaw. So you just cannot push it off really easy. I gotta push here hard and I gotta crank him down. 1, 2, and now I'm gonna crank him. But what can he do? He can pass my arm. Now it's gonna be more difficult for me. Now I gotta do something else, like go arm, go for like an arm bar or something, step over, different arm bar. Auto submission, but like I always say, if you go for a neck crank, try to finish him with the neck crank. Position, we start again the same as the other one. Grab the triceps and lean on the chest. From here, start kneeing him, maybe to the head or maybe to the body, whatever you want to do. Now from here, slide around and go underneath his armpit, and your fist right away goes to a hand. So place your hand flat on the ground. Now I'm pressing against his shoulder because I don't want him to escape. I'm going to jump over to that side. I'm going to stick one leg out, otherwise he can escape again, and I'm going to give him a crucifix. I keep control over this arm though when I jump over. This is very important.